YouTube above average Cody here. Welcome into 2024, and I figured what better way to start off the video grind than to talk about what we would like to see here in Halo Infinite in 2024, at least from my point of view, guys. I'm going to jump all around here in this video, but I'm going to lay it all out there in pretty much what I'd like to see come to the game, or at least changes made to the game to, in my eyes, make it, well, perfect, I guess, because this is everything I could think of that I could possibly want to see here in 2024. Guys, we're going to dive right in, hit that subscribe button, kick your feet up, and share all your thoughts down in the comments section. And although you guys know I am mainly a ranked player, I want to start with talking about some things that affect all of us, and the first thing I want to bring up is the UI. I want to see a lot more improvements to the UI. I understand that they changed it a little bit in terms of making one rolling list of all the game modes and things like that, and making it just look a little bit cleaner, a little bit clearer, and showing your Spartan front and center when you load up the game. All were very good changes, but I'd like to see some improvements to the UI in terms of what is actually going on in the game. All we really have right now is just this little window up in the top left, kind of rolling and showing just kind of an image of what's going on. I feel like you could be a little bit more descriptive. Put something like, I don't know, a rolling news line kind of talking about what is going on. Make it a little bit more clear and like colorful, or however you want to put it, to show me what mode is currently in, and just make it a little bit flashier. You know, let me know that if I haven't been on the game in a week, let me know that something has changed. There's something new and shiny for me to come check out, because every time I open the game, I get on, I see the same exact thing, and frankly, it's pretty bland. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what changed. I kind of have to go in and dig for myself. I feel it should be a little bit more apparent to the casual player. Something super awesome and new, or something really great in the challenges to work on is there, and something of that nature. And I'd also like to see ranked be completely separated from that rolling list of game modes. I feel like it should be just in its own section, especially the way the playlists rotate. Just separate ranked. Don't make me go through all of the game modes to select my ranked arena down there. You know, just separate it completely. Make it like a casual setting, a ranked setting, and then just go through the modes in that way. And on the topic of playlists themselves, I'd like to see some more playlists that people really like just stay permanent. And frankly, I'm looking specifically at ranked doubles. Ranked doubles is a very popular mode, and it is a very great mode for people that potentially either A, are solo and are sick of getting stomped by 4 stacks in the ranked arena, but also it's just a good place to go when you don't want to grind regular ranked, and it's a much different pace than regular ranked. And they keep playlists normally that are pretty popular, and they make them permanent. So for example, the Halo 3 playlist, Husky Raid, things like that. So I feel like they should do the same thing for ranked, and then just rotate the rest out. I don't know if you should do it faster, but you should definitely keep rotating, because obviously they want to keep the playlist healthy enough where they don't have to have like impossible wait times for different playlists. But I think ranked doubles is popular enough to make it permanent. And then finally, on the topic of playlists, guys, I want to see an unranked arena. Give me exactly the ranked arena, but with no rank tied to it. Treat it kind of like a practice/8s lobby, I suppose. And for people that maybe don't like ranked, can go in, get their feet wet, see what it's like. Obviously, you need SBMM and things like that, but just make a place where I can experience all of the ranked settings, guns, map layouts, everything, without having to absolutely sweat and have a lot on the line. I feel like a lot could be said for a playlist like that. I'm just a little nervous what it could do to the player base of the ranked arena, but there's only one way to find out. Next up, guys, some things that don't really get me going per se, but something that I think a lot of people can agree on. And one thing is to bring back the narrative events. And I've never been a very big lore guy. I'm far from being the biggest lore guy, and I liked the little movies that they were doing with the little short event tiers that they were doing through seasons 1 through 3. They did since drop those narrative events, but I really liked watching the cutscenes, and the little short stories were kind of fun, and they added a little extra tier for me to my normal just multiplayer ranked grind. I understand why they got rid of these, and I'm sure it's hard to keep them high quality, but I I did just enjoy the way they were doing them. And again, it was like watching a little mini movie. It wasn't as nauseating as the way COD does it either. COD just does these like meaningless cutscenes with the new characters. They're loud. I can't skip them, and they're insane. But for some reason, the way Halo did them was kind of nice. You could watch it, and then you could read a little deeper into it if you wanted to. And it was just a nice little like extra like side, like a nice little appetizer to those little narrative events, because now it's kind of like you get a mode, you get some cosmetics, and you're done with it. You can also buy it now. So I feel like they should definitely bring back the narrative behind those narrative events. Next up, guys, some campaign stuff. Again, campaign, I've made it very clear it's not my cup of tea. I have not even finished it. I know, again, let me know in the comments that I should play it. But add some stuff to the campaign, even if it's simple stuff. I know there's plenty of people that are lurking, just hoping for something to be added to the campaign, even though they scrapped it. There's still a lot left there for Halo Infinite, and I'm not going to beat this one dead because I've talked about it in a recent video already, but add some stuff to campaign. And then finally, I want to see a lot more guns. There is still a big pool of weapons from the Halo universe that are not in Halo Infinite, and I'm sure it can't be that hard to add them. You can even make some new ones. I don't care. And I'm not even talking just for ranked. Obviously, I'm a big ranked player, but just add guns in general. It's just something about a new weapon that has not already been in the game is just great altogether for the casual, the ranked, and even the campaign landscape, at least from my point of view. Next up, guys, you knew there was going to be a section for ranked specifically, and I want to start off with saying they should add the new networking model into it ASAP. Even if it is not ready, even if it is not perfect, I've been hearing a lot of great things about the new network model that they've been testing in the modes to hopefully fix desync and a lot of the issues that plague the game. And I'd really like to see it added to ranked, whether it works, whether it does not work. I really do think in a lot of aspects it could just be better overall, even if it has its little speed bumps and things like that. So I'd really like to see that worked into the ranked arena. Even if you did take what I mentioned earlier, take an unranked ranked playlist and take the networking model, make that a featured game mode, and just send it and see how it runs. And then if it runs good, take the next step sooner rather than later, and I think that could go a long way for ranked, a really long way, because there are still plenty of networking issues that plague the ranked arena. Next up, I want match cancel or a rejoin feature added to ranked literally yesterday, even last year. It should have been added already. Either add a rejoin feature where if somebody crashes, they can reboot the game and join the game, which I know a lot of people aren't on the side of that because everybody's like, oh, the game's already lost by the time that happens. And in most game modes, I disagree, but I think this could also be remedied by a match cancel feature. If the teams are not full within 30 seconds, a minute, I don't know, it could vary by game and game mode, but make the match just cancel altogether. If the teams are unfair, if somebody crashes out, if somebody's not playing, if somebody doesn't load in time, just cancel the entire match so that I can just go right back to the lobby and just find another game, as opposed to sitting there and just getting destroyed in my spawn 100 times if I'm on the team that loaded in with only 3 players. Next up, guys, another really big one that I think would severely change the ranked arena, and that is MMR resets. Every season, your rank resets, and you have to do 5 placement matches. However, miraculously, you place in the same exact area that you place every single season, no matter how many placement games you win, no matter how you play in those placement matches. You can even completely throw them all and go 0-20, and you will still place 2 to 3 ranks below where you were last season. You'll rank right up, and then you will get stuck in the same exact rank. That has to be some form of MMR locking or something in the game telling them that I am just stuck there forever. That's my KD, and I should forever be there. Reset the MMR. Let people just get to where they should be. If you play bad in the placement matches, you should rank much lower than you were last season. If you completely go nuclear and destroy kids in your placement matches, granted they should be similar skill to some extent from last season, then place me higher or at the same rank and give me the opportunity to climb past where I was last season. That is what placement matches should be there for. It should not feel like I'm just going through the motions, doing them just to get stuck at the same rank within 1 week of where I was previously. And on top of this, guys, I would like to see better matchmaking. When they added the CSR matchmaking, things felt pretty balanced and pretty fair. But nowadays, it seems like the ranks are all over the place. They're doing whatever they can to get a balanced team, and I completely understand that it probably is a smaller player base at certain times of day, and it is hard to just matchmake off CSR, but it is kind of necessary. So I don't know what you can do to remedy this. I'm sure there's somebody at 343, I certainly hope, better versed on it than me, and I'm sure there's something they can figure out to matchmake a little bit better and just make the teams and the opposition just feel a little bit better from game to game. And next up, guys, I need to mention this. I want to see more maps, and I want to see more modes. There's definitely not enough quality maps, in my opinion, being cranked out, and it feels like they just make a map, they don't really care how it does, and they just plow it right into the ranked arena, and that's it. That's the end of story. They leave it there. On top of this, I feel like there were good maps in the past that were better than the ones that are currently being jammed in the ranked arena that we never see coming back. I don't know if you take a vote. I don't know if you rotate maps, but I need to see more variety here in the ranked arena. I don't even care if you take every ranked map and just throw it back in. I'm looking at you, Catalyst and Bazaar. But just do something. Mix it up there. And then also, I want to see more modes. And I'm not just saying, like, you know, just move this mode here and cycle out this playlist. I'm talking make something new. You obviously came out with Extraction. It's still far from perfect, but it is something new. It's something to talk about. It's something to experience, and it is something to learn. I don't know if they have to come up with a new mode. I don't know if they have something in the vault that they could just pull out and throw into the game altogether. I really don't know, but I would like to see something of that sort. And I put this last because this is what is going to bring the most variety into Halo Infinite. I can sit here, cry, and moan about things that I think will make the game better, that should have been in since the start. That's quite easy. But the main thing is I want variety. I want my Halo Infinite experience spiced up, and I want constant things kind of shifting, changing, and just overall making things a bit more interesting. And this isn't just me coming from a ranked aspect with how stale ranked is right now, but I think this will benefit everybody. And if you pair adding constant things like maps and modes to what I just said earlier with the better UI, a rolling news thing that's maybe talking about they're working on, a better like display of what is currently going on in game, it will go a really long way, not only for people that are playing every single day like me and possibly some of you, but also people that maybe log on once a month just to see what changed, or hey, what's new, or maybe they heard 343 posting on Instagram or something, and they're like, I forgot Halo Infinite existed. Maybe I should get on and check it out. If they got on and saw all this stuff going on, guys, it would certainly go a long way, not only for the retention on Halo Infinite, but also for the overall lifespan, I think. I will say, though, I've been impressed with things in the last 6 months to a year that have happened in Halo Infinite. By no means is this me saying the game's trash, we need this to make it playable. No, it's in a really good spot right now. Things are just a little bit stale, and we're going into a new year. We're going to have Halo Infinite all year. We're going to have Season 3 of the HCS coming, and this is just a long, all-over-the-place list of things that I think would make the game a lot better, and things that I would like to see. But that does it from me, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Still streaming tons of Halo, even though it is a little bit stale right now. We've been mixing some other games as well, but Halo is our main grind. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Leave a like on the video. Of course, leave a comment. Be as spicy and bold as you'd like. What did I leave out of the video? Do you disagree with anything in the video? Let me know down below, guys. And outside of that, channel membership, super thanks. If you'd like to support monetarily, it helps me out a lot as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys. This one was way longer than I wanted it to be. A little bit of rambling, a little bit all over the place, but hey, people seem to enjoy these conversation videos, so here's another one for you guys to start off the new year. Anyways, guys, that does it. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.